Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
An arrest has been made in the 2019 gas station explosion that killed 4 people here in Rockbridge County. The new details we know and the one major question that still remains.
The CDC has modified their recommendations.
New guidelines for your kids as they return to the classroom. What the change means for the future of in-person learning.
And your vote making a difference during one region's special session.
We want their voice to be heard, and I think it's heard loudest at the ballot box.
We need to work on making things equal for folks in Southwest Virginia.
The top 2 issues the candidates vying to fill Senator Ben Chafin's seat want to focus on if elected. A major change in CDC guidelines means big things for your kids going back to class.
Yeah, the guidelines previously required kids to keep 6 feet apart, and that's about how far apart John and I are standing right now. But now the guidelines say kids can stay 3 feet apart.
So tonight, as 10 News reporter Alexis Davila explains, that's welcome news as more students begin to return.
With 190 students here today at Callahan Elementary School, the school district says CDC's new changes are giving them a little bit more flexibility in the classrooms. Trying to redesign classrooms to accommodate the 6 feet distance rule is a struggle for many school districts.
Now the CDC is just helping us out a little bit.
Just days ago, the CDC eased up its rule about social distancing. Students can now be 3 feet apart, but must wear a mask.
So now children, as long as they continue to wear masks, will be in school at 3 feet. That doesn't mean with the teachers, because they still have to be 6 feet from the teachers, and the teachers still need to be 6 feet from each other. But the children from each other, 3 feet is going to be okay from now on.
Allegheny School Board Chairman Jacob Wright says the new guidance allows them to be more flexible with limited spacing in schools.
We only have 1 5th grade class at this school, and they've done their best to separate those kids out as much as possible because it is a larger class and we only have 1 classroom for them.
The CDC also says barriers can now come down too. However, at Callahan Elementary School, plexiglass dividers are still used in 2 kindergarten classes with more than 20 students to provide extra protection. The school district is still noticing a severe student attendance problem, and Wright says with the new CDC guidelines, hopefully more parents will feel comfortable to bring their students back to class. In Covington, Alexis Davila, 10 News, working for you.
More local communities are getting ready to move into the next phase of vaccination. The New River Health Director says that region will likely move into Phase 1C next week. Dr. Noel Bissell says more than 50,000 people in the area qualify for that phase. Most notably, it includes students and staff for colleges like Virginia Tech and Radford. If the supply keeps up, she says they could all be vaccinated by the end of April.
We are starting to schedule our employee groups in 1C, which is a large population in the New River Valley. We are expecting that next week we will see an increase in our vaccine supply. And so we're going to start scheduling our university and college communities.
Anyone over the age of 65 who lives in the NRV can now go to a vaccine clinic without having to pre-register first.
A major step in finding answers tonight after this explosion that you see here beside me nearly 2 years ago in Rockbridge County. A grand jury has indicted the fuel truck delivery driver. 10 News reporter Shane Dwyer is live there tonight where the gas station once stood. It's gone now. Shane, still unclear what caused the explosion.
John, that's right. We know that police began investigating this fuel delivery truck driver nearly 2 years ago, shortly after the explosion happened. But that's pretty much where the details stop, and that still is the case today. We're hoping that more of the details and the ultimate question, why did this gas station explode, will come out as the trial begins. Now, here's a picture of Philip Westmoreland. He's the man arrested. Police arrested him for 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Those charges brought down by a grand jury, and he was arrested on Friday. Now, Virginia State Police say he's the fuel truck driver, and search warrants from 2 years ago say the station had been serviced less than an hour before the explosion happened. The warrants stated they were investigating the driver's responsibilities for a, quote, leak, spill, or overflow. Now, that explosion killed 4 people, the store's owner, 2 employees, and a customer. It also injured 3 others. Back out with us live now, as you said, the gas station is no longer here. It's been completely filled in with dirt and grass here on top. You can see there's a memorial over here to the left. It says South River Strong, loved, missed, never forgotten, has the names of those killed. And then over here to the right, there is a community gazebo. This has turned into a community space where the community can come together to heal a place that brought so much pain. Now, we did reach out to Webb's Oil Company out of Roanoke. That's the company that Westmoreland worked for and the one that serviced this gas station. As of tonight, we have not yet heard back. Live in Rockbridge County, Shane Dwyer, 10 News, working for you.
Well, a man is dead after an overnight shooting in Lynchburg. According to police, Marlon Williams was found gunned down on Knight Street about 1:30 this morning. The 37-year-old taken to the hospital where he later died. Officers believe the shooting happened a few blocks away.
Our officers were able to determine that the crime scene actually occurred near Monroe and 17th Streets, right around the Diamond Hill Rec Center. That's where the shooting actually took place. And that investigation remains ongoing today.
No arrests have been made. Anyone with information, please call police.
New tonight at 6, a big win for the Southwest Virginia Wildlife Center of Roanoke. The center won its second court case against its neighbors. Now, the focus is over these cages you see here, which help rehabilitate large birds. There's still a chance the neighbors could file to the state Supreme Court. A crazy crime caught on camera. Police say a man is in the hospital after allegedly leading police on a chase while on horseback. You can see it unfold on this surveillance video in slow motion. The man and horse are going in the wrong direction on Lynchburg's Main Street. Police tried to stop 57-year-old Steve Rucker Jr. due to a violation of a protective order. About 15 minutes later, he fell off that horse. Police say an officer accidentally hit him with a car. Rucker is reportedly in serious but stable condition. The horse was not harmed.
All right, well, this Confederate monument you see beside me here is up for debate tomorrow. Botetourt County leaders will be holding a public hearing to decide its fate. It currently sits outside the county courthouse in Fincastle. Leaders created a committee to consider the next steps. They're proposing to move it a few hundred yards away within Courthouse Square, but that can happen, they say, but they need to hear your opinion.
It's important to get a good broad perspective from the people of Botetourt County.
That board meeting is tomorrow at 2. If the move is approved, they will need to wait 30 days to hear offers from museums or historical societies.
Roanoke City's Equity and Empowerment Advisory Board is discussing ways to identify areas of bias inside and outside of the classroom, aiming to break the cycle of poverty. Committees are reviewing ideas like hiring teachers from historically black colleges and universities to help teach in low-income urban neighborhoods. The name change of Lee Plaza is also on their radar after the public weighed in a few weeks ago. People in the Star City are also pointing out other long overdue projects.
Our very first meeting, we had a call from a young lady who was concerned about people with disabilities and service delivery for the city. So we will have to address that.
The next public meeting with the Equity Advisory Board will be in June.
2 candidates focused on creating a better future for the new River Valley.
The top priorities for the 38th District contenders as they lay out their plans to make that happen.
And we certainly enjoyed a lot of sunshine today. However, in Martinsville right now, yeah, you have a couple of clouds around, but rest assured, if the sun is not peeking through in downtown Martinsville, it will again here very soon. However, we will let you know when we're going to turn overcast and when you'll need the umbrella coming up.
Well, your vote will pick the person to fill the seat of the late Senator Ben Chafin.
10 News reporter Annie Schroeder talked with the 2 candidates to help people in the New River Valley learn where each person stands on the big issues.
Republican Travis Hackworth and Democrat Lori Buchwald will go head-to-head at the polls on Tuesday to replace late Senator Ben Chafin.
It's been a challenge, but I feel like we've met it head on, and I'm really excited. I got to tell you, I am overwhelmed in such a good way.
Buchwald, a longtime healthcare provider and resident of Southwest Virginia, hopes to focus on issues like healthcare and broadband if elected.
So we need to work on making things equal for folks in Southwest Virginia, just like they are everywhere else.
If elected, Hackworth hopes to focus on helping the economy bounce back after the COVID-19 pandemic.
We understand the small business mentality when you're trying to make payroll. You're trying to be competitive in a COVID-19 world.
Tuesday's special election will bring out voters from Pulaski to Wise County. Having only about 2 months to campaign during a pandemic has also brought its own set of challenges. But both candidates hope to see a good turnout at the polls.
We urge all of Southwest Virginia, regardless of party, to participate. We want a large turnout of voters.
Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
A sign of an increased need for help, but also progress.
A lot of folks are struggling.
What the Star City is doing to change the trends of increased homelessness.
Homelessness is up across the country and the Commonwealth, but it's not the same for Roanoke.
In the Valley, the numbers show it's actually going down, but that's just from 2019 to 2020. The 3% nationwide increase doesn't include the impact from COVID-19. While the pandemic likely changed those numbers, leaders say they've been working with local shelters to help those who are struggling.
We've done the best we can to try to connect folks with resources to minimize the number of folks that have to go into congregate shelters during the pandemic. So I'm optimistic about kind of the direction we're headed as a community.
So it's good news. Next month, Roanoke will release its homelessness numbers.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Attention sky watchers, you'll be able to view the International Space Station this evening for about 3 to 4 minutes starting at 8:43. You're going to want to look to the west-northwest sky and look for a fast, non-blinking object flying across the sky. I think the weather's going to cooperate for us. I think tonight we're going to see those clouds thickening, but I think those clouds won't really thicken in earnest until after midnight, okay? So I think this evening we're going to be mostly clear to maybe at times partly cloudy. Then after midnight, say after 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we may actually turn mostly cloudy as these clouds to the west are moving to the east, and they will certainly be an impact player in our weather, especially come tomorrow. So future tracker showing that at 11 o'clock, you're partly cloudy west, still mostly clear out east. After about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we turn mostly cloudy. That being said, I would not be surprised if we can break out a little bit of sunshine tomorrow morning very early. If we do see any breaks of sunshine tomorrow morning, enjoy them because most of the day is pretty overcast for us. We'll tell you that there could be a stray shower at around noon or 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Maybe a better chance for just a couple of light showers here as we head, say, towards dinner time Tuesday into perhaps Tuesday evening. Wednesday looks like the best chance for a couple of showers will be in the morning. And then look what happens by Wednesday afternoon. The clouds break up a little bit. So by Wednesday afternoon, the wedge will break and we may actually squeeze out a little bit of sunshine at that point. But it looks like most of the day tomorrow into Wednesday morning is going to be pretty overcast for us. All right, rain finally returns for us here with the next 3 systems that we're going to be watching. Again, Wednesday, just a couple of showers in the morning. Thursday, especially in the afternoon going into the evening, scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms will form. Thursday night looks downright wet. Thursday night's going to be the wettest time for us here this week. And then Friday, the rain chances will start to dwindle after lunchtime. Temperatures stand for us right now, 55 in Hot Springs, 63 Wytheville, Roanoke 65, Lynchburg 65, South Boston 66 as we speak in Danville. So Tuesday afternoon, highs are going to be a little bit below normal because of the wedge in play, but later in the week, we're skyrocketing back into the 70s. I think by Friday, we're 75, 76 degrees. Lows, by the way, will be in the 50s. So temperatures are going to go up here as we head later this week. For tonight, we turn partly cloudy. We're cool. Overnight lows 36 to about 45. 3-day zone-by-zone forecast, mid to upper 50s in the NRV Tuesday, Wednesday, mid to upper 60s Thursday. Highlands, maybe a stray shower Tuesday. A better chance for rain will come in, though, as we head Thursday into Friday. South side, 60 to 63 Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, though, here in the middle 70s. Lynchburg, your wettest time will come late this week. Saturday is dry, maybe a couple of showers as we head into Sunday. So looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday looks drier than Sunday. And for the Roanoke Valley, upper 50s Tuesday, 60s Wednesday, 70s Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A little bit cooler by early next week.
VMI out to their best start since 1981 and ranked 14th this week after moving to 4-0 with the overtime thriller at Samford in Birmingham, Alabama. Coach Scott Wackenheim talks about the outpouring of support and the need to stay focused regardless of the attention.
A lot of congratulation phone calls, texts, and emails, and a lot of people proud of the way the team has played. And I just want to remain hungry and humble and continue on. We got the Wofford Terriers this week, 3-time defending SoCon champions. So I'm pretty focused on what the task at hand is.
VMI took down Samford 38-37. It's Wofford next, as you heard Coach talk about. They're struggling a little bit this spring at 1-2. 10-strong poll is out. Lord Botetourt leading the way, the up-and-coming Brookville. Keep an eye on the Bees as they upset Heritage, who was ranked 3rd last week. And second 5, Rockbridge is 4-0. They're on a collision course with unbeaten Turner Ashby.
Yeah,
all right.
Let's do it. Nightly news coming up next.
We'll see you at 7.